Welcome to High Atop the Greenheck Fieldhouse. I'm Chris Conley. We're getting ready for Saturday afternoon high school hockey. It's DC Everest against Onalaska. The Evergreens are on the air. Seems like we were just spending some quality time together last night, doesn't it? Had the Everest West basketball doubleheader, a win for the Everest boys and a loss for the Everest girls. This will be interesting hockey tonight. Onalaska's all the way over in the western part of the state. They're actually a co-op team. Some of the lacrosse schools contribute players as well. So in years where we go over there, that's like the longest bus ride of the season because there's no good way to get there. So you go down I-39, then you're onto those county roads for what seems like forever. And you make that sharp turn where you go down to 15, 20 miles an hour. Then finally you get on to I-94 before you come into lacrosse and the Omni Ice Arena, which is just a beautiful facility. But it's a long, long drive. You're about 3 hours to get there. Well, this year it is Onalaska that's on the bus to come over here. And this has been a pretty good series over the years. Onalaska from time to time has just an experienced team and would kind of beat the Evergreens. The Evergreens, when they've had more experienced teams, the Evergreens have gone over there and taken some wins back home. And this year, both teams are kind of on the youngish side. I mean, we've talked about that for the Evergreens, just don't have a lot of seniors. So the Evergreens already, they're playing 500 hockey. They come in, they're 4-6. And during the winter break, the Evergreens split their two games over at the Anago tournament. The Evergreens lost in the first round. And when last seen, they came back with a win over the Shawano co-op team 10-5. And Onalaska's kind of like that too. They come in with a 5-5 record. Most of Onalaska's wins are against smaller schools, and they've struggled against the bigger hockey programs. I'll tell you something to look out for too. Onalaska has not gotten particularly good play in goal. Now, when we saw them a year ago, Caden Peterson was their starting goalie. Now, Caden is back. He's an underclassman. He's a junior. But Joshua Pogerba, who's a sophomore, younger kid, but Joshua's a bigger kid, has gotten most of the starts in goal for the Hilltoppers this season, and we'll see who they start in goal tonight. Onalaska's, they've got 3 goalies on the roster. Below 85% save percentage. And we've said before in these hockey matches that you want to be at 90% or above. The goalies above 90, well, those are the tough ones. And anything below that, you're down in the low to mid-80s, and that's where Onalaska is. That the Evergreens could be lighting up the net tonight. We'll see how that works. And we will find out in just a moment who the Hilltoppers put in net tonight. Evergreens wear the home white sweaters with the green breezers, green DCE and numerals on the front. Yeah, the Hilltoppers on the road used to have those weird purple sweaters. They've done away with that. And instead the Hilltoppers black with that purplish gray numerals and black breezers as well. And it looks like it is the sophomore, Joshua Pogerba, who's being announced as the Hilltoppers goalie. Just one look at him, and I don't think that our Zaleski Sports cameras capture all of this. You can see why they like him, because he's a huge kid. I mean, he's just big, covers up a lot of the net. Evergreen start Griffin Bonnell, and look at that. Griffin comes into tonight's game, and he's only a freshman. So there's all upside for Griffin Bonnell, and he comes in at that magic number, 90% saves. You know, the challenge with a younger team is that you just get inconsistent play. You don't know what you're going to have from one night to the next. Evergreens are hoping that the lights are green tonight. Now the crowd at Greenheck Fieldhouse comes to its feet. Let's go down to ice level for the national anthem. It is Saturday afternoon high school hockey. DC Everest against Onalaska. Will drop the puck when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
At Auto Select, we have one goal: to be your choice for repair, service, and tires.
We know how important your vehicle is to you. That's why we put your needs first. Our employees are not just well trained to fix your vehicle, they're skilled in providing the very best in customer service and exceeding expectations. Get the trusted service you deserve, as well as free loaner vehicles, 3% Auto Select rewards, and a nationwide warranty at our 11 convenient locations.
At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Teams about to gather at the center circle. You know what? Onalaska doesn't bring over as many skaters. Just counted them up during the national anthem because the Evergreens went from sideboard to sideboard. They've got so many varsity kids suited up. Onalaska's got 15 skaters. 3 goalies, but 15. You know what? When you play on Olympic ice, like we do here at the Greenheck Fieldhouse, depth matters. Onalaska also plays on a big rink, but over at the Omni Center, puck drops. Let's light this candle. We're underway. Over at the Omni Center, it's a long but skinny rink. And Onalaska on the engine for the first run. The Evergreens control that. Like Xavier May came over to apply the defense. I mean, the Evergreens got to have a lot of confidence in their win in the consolation game over at the Langlade County tournament. The Evergreens put 10 goals up. That's a season high. In the JV game earlier this afternoon, the goals were coming free and easy. The Evergreens were 7-2 winners. But Onalaska was using a position player as a goalie towards the end of that game. The goalie, I mean, his number was in the 20s. That's the clue that that's not a regular goalie. Wave off icing as the teams are on an early change. We are just underway, 0-0. You know, the Evergreens, we've talked about their youth. The Evergreens have a lot of freshmen who are playing varsity hockey this year. But the Evergreens have some quality, too. I mean, it's not all out of necessity. Some of these kids would be splitting their time between JV and varsity regardless, just because they're good skaters. 2-on-2 opportunity for the Evergreens here. Cole Van Slyke carried it in, left it behind the net, and there's no one there. Still looking for a first shot on goal. Keaton Ottinger from outside the blue line pops up and is secured by Pogurba. Dropped it behind the net. No need to hold on to it. Evergreen still in the zone. Wow, that pass looked like it was going to be good and centering between the circles, and nothing came of it. Nolan Elgersma was unable to control that. Pretty good idea, just not well executed. Yeah, Onalaska appears to be down a little bit from what we've seen in past seasons. But this has still been competitive hockey. Whistle first stoppage. Hockey's brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a farmer-owned cooperative offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services, loans, leases, crop insurance, tax, and records. Ag Country Farm Credit Services has you covered. They're in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Offensive zone face-off for the Hilltoppers. Evergreens control it. Cole Ress. Far side boards. Evergreens tried to get that center to Carson Ortel, taken away. Evergreens back on the defensive end. Let's remember, too, this is the first game of the new year for both of these clubs, both seeing live ice for the first time in 2023. Hilltoppers' last game was a loss to Wisconsin Rapids. No shame in that. Rapids already owns a win over the Evergreens, and Rapids seems to be good this year. In fact, Rapids has been good for the last couple of years. Evergreens get this forward, onside. Passano unable to control it. Evergreens want to make sure you don't turn the ball over back here. Shaden Fogelberg ahead. Evergreens are onside. Shot that's partially deflected. Fogelberg got the puck back. Didn't get through cleanly. It's off Colin Como. Tried to get that pass through. Too long. Unable to get a stick on it was Noah Gillette. Gillette's the leading goal scorer for the Hilltoppers. It's icing. We'll have a face-off in the Evergreens offensive end. 13.5 to go, first period, no score. Heartland Farms says no one knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms, with roots in Amherst, now in Hancock, a fifth-generation potato and vegetable farm, producing many varieties of chipping potatoes, and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more about the best in the potato business at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. Evergreens push forward to the near side. Offside. Player along the far side boards, his momentum carried him in. Charlie Thompson, yeah? Evergreens got the puck over to the near side boards, and the momentum just carried that player across the blue line all the way at the top of your Zaleski Sports screen. Near dot outside the blue line for the face-off. Evergreens win it. Evergreens hold the zone in for the moment. Cross-ice pass. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Let's see if Onalaska can make something here. Good defense from the one who was back for the Evergreens. That's Keaton Ottinger. Ottinger steered that player towards the boards instead of the goal and kind of denied what looked like a promising chance for the Hilltoppers, who are still looking for their first shot. Centering there. That's also disrupted. Xavier May. Yeah, this is a long time in for your opponents not to get a look at the net. So Griffin Bonnell still untested. Faceoffs coming here to the Everest goalie's right. Thomas Bryant takes the draw for the Hilltoppers. Bonnell kept that near side post closed. And the Evergreens have it out of danger. Tried to get that all the way ahead for John Friedel. Evergreens still have it. Shot from the far side board. Save. Put on by Carson Ortel. Always good to see Carson on ice and not in the penalty box. He leads the team in extracurriculars by far. In fact, I was joking with Coach Dan Van Slyke. I said, a post-game interview, bring over a player with you, or whoever's got the most penalty minutes. I said, Carson? 12 minutes to go, first period, scoreless. Pass there a little too long for Cole Ress. Onalaska, other side, partially deflected, kind of sputters towards the net. Parker Likey, and it's covered up by Griffin Bonnell. We are sponsored by Crystal Finishing Systems, a family-owned business hiring for their Weston and Mosinee locations, with openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, and customer service. Join the Crystal Finishing team. Learn more at crystalfinishing.com. Couple of players hold up to be onside. Shot wide from Ottinger. Ottinger was able to crank that up. A couple of his teammates were waiting at the blue line to not stymie the chance. Onalaska centering from the boards. That's a good save there by Griffin Bonnell. Evergreens looking for a counter-attacking opportunity. Passano tried to backhand that towards the center, and there was no one home. Counter-attacking chance here, but the Evergreens have three back. Stick handling, shot, pad, save, and covered up. It was Gus Wiener Jr. for Onalaska put that on. And the last two save attempts for Griffin Bonnell have been tough ones. Griff's been up to both of them. So he stays 0-0 at the 11-minute mark, and Onalaska wins the faceoff in their offensive end. Sent it to the corner. There's no one there, though. Fogelberg's closest to it for the Evergreens. And now Fogelberg had the stick of that Onalaska player tangled up in his forearm. The Onalaska player goes down. No penalty, play through it. Hey, you know what? These teams look about even right now. Evergreens generated more chances in the opening minutes. Those chances have kind of evened out. The last two good looks at the net have both belonged to the Hilltoppers. Carrying that into the corner was Thomas Bryant. Hilltoppers hold the zone. Fed, and that pass a little bit behind. Noah Gillette, leading scorer, trying to set up a teammate. Now a fluttering puck that goes through the crease and into the corner. Xavier May comes free, backhand side. Goalie was screened. Griffin was down on his pads early, and it goes wide of the near side post. Yeah, Onalaska's been turning up the pressure in the last couple of shifts. Shot there that's high over the crossbar. Yeah, Onalaska was off to a slow start, but they're playing much better now. From behind the net, wraparound chance, went off the body of the keeper and goes into the corner. Cross ice pass. Can Onalaska set something up there that's deflected? Pops up into the air. Thomas Bryant. Bryant's going to get called for a hand pass there. Stopping us at 9:14 of the first period, still 0-0. Both teams get new skaters out. So all the way down to the other end of the sheet we go, where the Evergreens' Carson Ortel is going to take this offensive zone faceoff. Plays it back. This is Ottinger. Flicks, a lot of traffic, stick save. Thought they took the goalie's eyes away for a moment there. No counterattacking chance. Evergreen's got a couple of players back. Ottinger had it in his skates, now gains control. Wow, that popped off of Ottinger and turned out to be another look at the goal, wide of the near side post. Ottinger's got his head on a swivel now and wiped out that Onalaska player on the far side corner. And out of the zone. Onalaska's on a change. And the Evergreens send it into the corner. They'll get new skaters on, too, at the 8.5-minute mark of a scoreless first period. Nothing but 5-on-5 hockey. Good stick handling here, and then nothing came of it. A little too fancy by half for Colin Como. Yeah, Como switched it forehand, backhand, then forehand side, so had the puck dancing on the blade, and then couldn't get a shot off. Exactly 8 minutes to play in the first period. The Evergreens get an offensive zone face-off. The Hilltoppers goalie Joshua Pogurba hasn't been tested in a while. Adam McCaig took the draw for the Evergreens to the near side corner. So both of these teams looking to start off 2023 with a win. Opportunity here. Fancy stick handling and no finish for Noah Gillette. So you know what? The last two runs down the ice from Onalaska have featured just beautiful stick handling and no finish. Gillette was trying to shovel that ahead on the backhand side. Left it wide. Yeah, momentum sure has shifted in the middle part of this first period. It's Onalaska that's been getting the good looks and has had the more promising runs up and down the Greenheck Fieldhouse ice. Onside here, Thomas Bryant. Lost that and taken away by Nolan Ilkserkma. Want to make sure nothing's centered here. Evergreens 3-on-2 if they hurry. See what comes back here. Nolan's got it on the far side board. Stops, waits for a couple of trailers to fill in. Tried to center that in traffic. Tried to get it to Braxton Byler. Couldn't. Braxton's stick was tangled up with one of the Onalaska players. No numbers here for the Hilltoppers. 2 on 3. They're still going to press this shot and a save. Matthew Tillman put that on. Griffin Bennell sends it off to the side. Off the boards, out of the zone. Hilltoppers will have to clear. 6 minutes to play. Scoreless first period. Here's Ottinger for the Evergreens. Onside, shot deflected. Didn't get through. Christian Blank sacrificed the body for the Hilltoppers. Saved his goalie from a chance there. Icing and an offensive zone faceoff in the Evergreens offensive end. Stewart Optical sponsors Saturday afternoon hockey. Stewart Optical is at Union Station, Wausau. Check them out for your eye care and eyewear needs. Open 5 days a week with monthly specials and instant savings on contact lenses. Most insurance plans accepted. Schedule an exam now at Stewart Optical. To the goalie's right, Evergreen centering. Wow, goalie went down early, and it's wide of the near side post, just not on line from Carson Ortel. There, that, again, near side post hit the wrong side of the net. Went off to the corner. So the Evergreens get 2 looks. Still fighting to hold this zone, and they do, keeping it right in at the blue line. Noah Stahoviak chasing there. Evergreens again still hold this in. Flutterer towards the goal wide, near side post. Evergreens will have to play this from the corner. Evergreens have a player coming off here, Shaden Fogelberg. Fogelberg gives way to Cole Ress. And the Evergreens are now getting a partial change. We're under 5 minutes to go. Evergreens here, some room to operate. Ottinger shot wide. Deflected and goes over the plexiglass and out of play. Fleet Farm says, head to Fleet Farm. Get 75% off at their store-wide clearance event. Find crazy deals on toys, games, holiday decor, lights, and apparel for the whole family. Fleet Farm, get something you need in every stop. Evergreens battling. McCaig took the draw, goes to the corner. So will this be a scoreless opening frame? Both teams have had chances, and the Hilltoppers are offside. That player along the near side board, Sawyer Meyer, over the blue line early. If memory serves, the last time we played Onalaska over at their place, I think that was a low-scoring game too. Was that a 2-0 game? Or maybe it was the year before. I joked during our opening that the drive over to Onalaska is just so long. Here's Passano, and the Evergreens are onside. Shot, goalie was screened for a moment. Late pad save. Passano put that on goal. Under 4 minutes to play in the period. I would joke with Coach Dan Van Slyke when the team comes off the bus. I say, we've only driven past 50 other schools that play hockey that we might have played instead. So we much prefer it when they come to our place. Nice pass. Let's see what comes of this for Onalaska. Backhand score. The Hilltoppers on a really nice pass forward to Noah Gillette. Gillette lights the lamp, and the Hilltoppers will play from in front tonight. Goal comes at 13:24 of the first period. Yeah, again, the advantage that the Hilltoppers seem to have in this game is the stick handling. Carter Hayes gets the assist, and it was Carter Hayes' pass that set up Noah Gillette. Pretty a goal as you'll see, and the Evergreens trail 1-0 late first period. See if the Evergreens can at least get a couple more looks at the net. From outside the blue line, flick towards the goal by Charlie Thompson. Out of the zone. Yeah, the Evergreens, again, you acknowledge that Onalaska is a really good stick handling team. They got a couple of players that just seem like they're skilled with the puck. So what do you want to make sure? Don't want to get beat defensively. Want to make sure you're really solid on the back end. You don't want those one-on-one looks at the net. You want to make sure that you've got a second guy back there. Make it 2-on-1. And again, with that, maybe you give up a little bit of your offense in those spots, so you don't want to be down by multiple goals to this team. 1-0, that's fine. You live to fight another day. Onalaska holds their first zone with the 1-0 lead shot. That's deflected in, and the Evergreens are in a little bit of trouble here. Deflected in by Matthew Tillman, and it's 2-0. There's nothing really that a goalie can do about that. That puck changed direction right outside the crease. At 14:36, 2-0. Well, the Evergreens have to make sure they've got the hatches battened down here for the final 2 minutes. Can't go further behind. Yeah, this was 0-0 for forever. Then goals, a minute and 15 seconds apart for Onalaska. Out in front again, and you know what? Bunnell didn't see that. There's more traffic in front. Bunnell's got to make this save. Pushing after the whistle, too, and Bunnell's on top of it. Yeah, we'd said in the middle part of the first period, momentum kind of shifted towards Onalaska. Making sure that no one's coming off the ice here. Again, it looked like Onalaska was playing beyond the whistle. No, we're going to stay 5-on-5. 1:52 left in the first period. The Evergreens got to get to the locker room down no worse than 2-0. Here comes Everest. Let's see what Passano can do here. Passano tried to leapfrog one of the defenders. The goal has been knocked off its moorings, and again a little pushing and shoving afterwards. Big Thomas tried to take matters into his own hands there. Purple Mountain Solutions is your business's go-to for public and private warehousing and product delivery. Whatever it is you're shipping, you can depend on Purple Mountain Solutions to get it there safely and efficiently. Face off outside the blue line. McCaig battles for it. 90 seconds left in the first period. Onalaska's offside. No, we're coming back all the way to the other end for a face-off, as both teams get new skaters on for the final 1:23 of the first period. Can Everest get one back before the horn sounds? Like the thought of that. Evergreens then shuttled towards the net and just over the crossbar by Braxton Beeler. Evergreens hold the zone far side. Onalaska takes it away. Fogelberg was knocked off the puck on the far side boards. 1 minute to play in the period. And Onalaska's stick handling got a man in front, and it's smothered by Griffin Bunnell. Noah Gillette, who's already a goal scorer, was just outside the crease. And Bunnell covers it. Thomas Bryant's taking the face-off for the Hilltoppers. And the Evergreens are making some late changes. Well, actually, our officiating crew is making a late change. They're calling for a face-off down at the other end. In the Evergreens offensive zone, they've called a penalty. Penalty on Onalaska. Noah Gillette goes to the penalty box. Noah Gillette slashing, 2-minute minor. This is a penalty that will carry over into the second period, first power play. Evergreens hold the puck, 40 seconds left in the period. So they'll have a man advantage for a minute to start period number 2. From behind the net. Boy, Everest would love to get a goal back. 30 seconds left in the period. Skating 5-on-4, Trees advantage. Evergreens send this back, blue line, cross ice, moving in, shot off the pad, and the goalie went down early. A lot of the net was open on the near side. Evergreens still hold the zone. No, out of the zone. 15 seconds left. Everest has to clear. Come on, boys, push this forward. No, stick checked aside, under 10 seconds, and that is where the period is going to end. Evergreens will start the second period on the power play with 1:05 left in the man advantage. But at the first intermission, it's Onalaska 2, DC Everest nothing. This is high school hockey on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
At Blanker Construction, the focus is on building something great. Find a personable experience that understands your needs, followed by a customized interior and exterior design. Our project managers, carpenters, and designers on site are hard at work with only one goal in mind: building you the home of your dreams. When you're ready to build your new forever home, look to Blanker Construction, your custom home builder serving all of central Wisconsin. Find your inspiration online at blankerco.com or stop in on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Build something great with Blanker Construction. At Blanker Construction, the
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Many things have changed over the past 50 years, but one thing has remained the same: Bone & Joint's dedication to providing high-quality care, helping people throughout Wisconsin move better with less pain. Whether you need orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, pain management, podiatry, or physical therapy services, you can count on Bone & Joint's experienced providers to lead the way. Call us and make your appointment today. Bone & Joint, keeping lives in motion for over 50 years. Many things have changed over.
In any business, you ride the line between numbers and people. It takes balance. CLA, CPAs, consultants, and wealth advisors will get you there.
Your Clifton Larson Allen office is in Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield, and CLAconnect.com.
For years, our Stone Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Stone Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Stone Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
To me, the perfect run is when things start to get tough and I'm trying to keep my pace going and I hit this moment where I just quit thinking about what I'm doing. I've heard surgeons mention that as well, that during their best surgeries, you're kind of in just a pure flow. You know, my goal with patients is to try to help them get back to doing what they want to be doing. To me, the perfect run.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Welcome back to our DC Everest hockey coverage. I'm Chris Conley for Zaleski Sports. Evergreens trail 2-0 at first intermission. But opportunity awaits with a power play for 1:06 to start the period on the Noah Gillette slashing minor. Evergreen's Griffin Bennell was beaten twice, and both of them, no shame in either of them. A great pass from Carter Hayes right to Noah Gillette broke the 0-0 deadlock at 13:24 of the first period. Then a minute 12 seconds later, Matthew Tillman on a deflection. Again, the puck changed direction just outside the crease. There's no one who has reflexes like that. And it turns into a 2-0 lead for Onalaska. I mean, the Evergreens really, what's got to be the talk in the locker room? Getting one of these goals back in the 1:06 that you're skating with the man advantage. The ice here at the Greenheck Fieldhouse has been resurfaced. Teams will be coming out in just a moment. And we are sponsored by Sutton Transport in Weston, your local family-owned trucking company specializing in next-day LTL delivery and national volume LTL services. Rest assured getting your freight to its destination safely and timely. Sutton Transport in Weston, fueled by 40 years of great service with a personal touch. You know, the Evergreens hockey program has such a bright future because there are so many underclassmen here. I mean, how many freshmen are on this varsity roster? Just counted them up, 9. And, you know, one of the challenges, too, I mean, look, hockey is a physical sport. I mean, obviously, you put on pads to play hockey. But there is skating and there is stick handling and passing. So, I mean, there are other skills involved here. But why don't you see a lot of freshmen playing, say, varsity football? Because they're just not big enough. They can't match up. A freshman can't match up with a senior in most cases who may be 3-4 years older. Well, there's some of that, not as much, but some of it in hockey. So you ask freshmen who are just undersized to go out and play a physical game against kids that are just sometimes older and a lot bigger than them. So I think this Everest hockey team, when you look at the freshmen and a lot of sophomores too, that are just kind of going to grow into their own, and the future is bright. And yet there's enough skill on this team now that the Evergreens should be at or above 500. I mean, that should be a team goal by the time this season is over. I mean, the Evergreens may not match up all that well with the Wests and Spashes in the conference. So there may be some games that will be lopsided over the course of a year. But yet the Evergreens have enough talent here, even with the younger roster, that they should be playing competitive hockey against a lot of their opponents. This is one of those games where you think, the teams are about even. Onalaska has some dandies that can stick handle. Sure, that's great. But these are teams that have more or less even resumes, and this is a game that the Evergreens have to try with a 2-goal deficit to get into the win column. Teams coming back out onto the ice. Express Employment Professionals sponsors tonight's hockey. Find your next career path with just a phone call to Express Employment Professionals. Locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield. No matter where you are in central Wisconsin, save yourself some time and find your next employer at expresspros.com. Evergreens were outshot in the first period, 11-7. Beg your pardon, 12-7. So 7 saves for 10 saves for Griffin Bennell. What, we're going to drop that puck again? Yeah, Griffin Bennell, 10 saves. And Joshua Pogiba had 7 saves. We're going to redrop that puck because Onalaska had 2 kids that weren't on the ice yet and are now making their way over to the bench. Come on, guys. Now we're ready to go. Evergreen skate 5-on-4. And the Evergreens control the faceoff to begin this second period. Along the near side boards, Cole Van Slyke. Evergreens lose it. It's out of the zone. The Evergreens have to touch up here. Xavier May back, and now the Evergreens are ready to push forward. Passano, near side boards, leaves it back. A lot of traffic in front. Evergreens move this towards the center of the sheet. 35 seconds left in the man advantage. That pass is too long for Ortel. Goes into the corner. Evergreens have to fight for this behind the net, and Onalaska clears it down the ice. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. See if the Evergreens can get one more rush up the ice. Evergreens onside. Ortel tried to get that centered. It sticked away. Trailer shot, save. Stick saved away. Passano put that on. 5 seconds left in the man advantage. Back out. Big Thomas stick handling in. That went off the skates of one of his own players. Went off Ortel. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. So Onalaska kills off the 2-minute minor. Got 1 minute of it down in the first period. And then killed off the remaining minute in the second. This is icing. We'll come back for an offensive zone face-off for Everest. Still down by 2 goals. Foundation Finance says now is your chance to work with a company that understands growth. Foundation Finance has grown every year since they started in 2012. And they have great full-time and part-time positions. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits from day one. Learn more online, foundationfinance.com. Evergreens close on this puck from the far side board. Shot wide. Evergreens looking for something from Keaton Ottinger. Still hold the zone. Now that's off the stick of the Everest player and turned over. Stick checked away and taken away by the Everest player back there. Shot there on goal, save. Yeah, it was Fogelberg who took the puck away, then gave it right back, and Bonnell had to make the save. 2 minutes into the second period. Evergreens have Elk Sergma chasing. Evergreens have the puck, but they're between the blue lines now, and they're onside, far side boards. And Onalaska comes away too. 3-on-2 for the Hilltoppers. They're onside. Tried to leave that for a trailer, and it's taken away. Braxton Byler came up and took it. Now into the corner. Evergreens run a partial change. Wave off icing? No. Didn't touch anyone as it went down. The Evergreens will have the offensive zone face-off. Boy, Everest is just looking for that spark. They need something positive to happen here. 0 for 1 on the power play. For the later stages of the first period, Onalaska outplayed them, just generated more chances, and that's why the Hilltoppers have the 2-0 lead. Simonson into the skates of his teammate, out of the zone. Going to have another offensive zone face-off coming for the Evergreens. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local, family-owned auto service that you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Look to Elite Auto Care, Schofield Avenue, Schofield. Ortel will take the draw for the Evergreens to the right of the Onalaska net. Evergreens win it back. Traffic scooped with a glove save for Joshua Pogiba. Not an easy save there. Another offensive zone faceoff. Ortel again will take the draw for Everest. In front, flicked towards the goal, and Stachowiak didn't get as much on that as he wanted to. Evergreen's got to win this behind the net, and they don't. Still held in on the far side boards, deflected, popped up, and Onalaska comes away with the puck. Evergreens take it back out of the zone. Here's Cole Ress. Ress tried to flick that on to the near side corner. I don't know, the Evergreens have been putting a little more pressure on the goal. That's a good sign. Whistle and a stoppage here at 13:25 of the first period. That puck go out of play? Yes, it did. Over the plexiglass and into the bleachers area here at the Greenheck Fieldhouse. Boy, we love doing games at Greenheck. Don't think we've done. Yeah, we have not done for Zaleski Sports. Shot save there. No, it got through Bunnell and scores. Bunnell thought he had it. I thought he had it. You know what? There's no indication yet. It's the Onalaska players that reacted like that was a goal, and now there's going to be a discussion on whether Bunnell had that and whether he's going to be saved by a quick whistle here. No indication yet from the people who matter on this, from the Zebras. And now it is. It's 3-0 Everest, trailing now. Goal comes at 3:44 of the second period. And the hole gets dug a little deeper. Yeah, Onalaska was sure convinced that that was a goal right from the start. We'll stand by for the scoring information. I think that was announced as Thomas Bryant's goal, but I'm not sure. Bryant has an assist earlier. Unassisted. And, that's just unfortunate for the Evergreens. Here's another look and a stick save by the Evergreens' Griffin Bunnell. Denies Gus Wiener. Because the Evergreens were pressuring the net down at the other end, just hadn't broken through. Up through that goal, the Evergreens were winning shots on goal in the second period. And suddenly they weren't. What we love about doing the hockey games here at Greenheck, first of all, we have a great view. Being up high on the big ice just makes the game easier to call and easier to follow. And when we go on the road, just a lot of rinks are not set up for video or radio coverage. You know what? Now there's some discussion over there with the Evergreens goalie about whether or not he's injured. They're checking on Griffin Bunnell. Bunnell's kind of bending over like he got the wind knocked out of him. Griffin Bunnell will stay in. But when we go to other rinks, sometimes you're just outside. Like, we didn't do any of the Langlade County tournament games in Anago, but you're just in the bleachers there, and it's cold. By the time the second intermission comes around, you realize, gee, I can't feel my feet in front. Boy, the Evergreens can't fall further behind, and Bunnell got the pads down and made a couple of key saves there. Suddenly, it's just all Onalaska. Cross ice pass, swept wide, near side post. Evergreen's got to get this out. And the Hilltoppers hold it in. The Hilltoppers, it's just like they sense that they have the Evergreens on the ropes here. From behind the net, centering, save, Bunnell. Got down and denied Carter Johnson. That one slides right through the crease. Bunnell's only a freshman. Looked like he may have been hurt on giving up that third goal. And now it looks like, the old confidence looks like it has to be built up a bit. Middle stages of the second period. 2-0 at the start of the period, 3-0 now. The Evergreens are having all kinds of trouble clearing the puck out of this zone. And there it is. This will just be icing. Nope, on goal, so play on. But Onalaska right back onto the offensive zone. Shot there and a save. Matthew Tillman put it on, and Griffin Bunnell will hold on to it. Evergreens need a moment to catch their breath, too. And the period started with 1:06 left in a power play. Evergreens, even at even strength, were able to get a couple more looks at the net. But then since Onalaska's gone up 3-0, Onalaska's kept momentum, too, with that 3-goal lead. Again, Hilltoppers here. They're onside. Shot that's partially deflected by Xavier May. And Onalaska's just held some extended zones here. Evergreens have had trouble clearing the puck out. 10.5 to play, second period. Long pass ahead. Yeah, that's the way this afternoon has gone forward. That's a nice pass, but it's in the skates of John Friedel. Long distance pass, and if it's a foot more forward, Friedel skating towards the net is going to get a good look. Instead, it's a foot or maybe even less behind, and it's in his skates, and nothing comes of it. A win today brings Onalaska above 500 for the season. Here's a nice pass, too. Tried to get it back, and no finish. Kitten Ottinger had a lot of the net open. Got it back from Thomas Passano. It was the Evergreens' best scoring opportunity of the period. And again, just denied by Joshua Pogriba. Onalaska here, that's deflected, still got through, and Bennell had to make a pad save. We were at 0-0 for forever. Played the first 13.5 minutes. No score. Evergreens are onside here, 3-on-2 shot, stick save, and over the plexiglass and out of play. Boy, I liked it better when it was a 2-0 game and the Evergreens were trying to get a goal to cut the lead in half. Just feels like the situation is different now, trailing 3-0. Evergreens get an offensive zone faceoff. From behind the net, comes out in front, scrum for it, and off to the side and out of danger. And out of the zone. Yeah, what we've seen so far on the ice is surprising and in a disappointing way. Thought that this would be a closer or just more competitive hockey game. Again, the Evergreens' defense is shoddy there, and the Evergreens got a break from a quick whistle. Boy, that was carried a long, long way in by Noah Gillette. Somebody for the Evergreens got to pick him up before he gets that close to the goal. And then Griffin Bennell got his stick out and didn't really have control. That puck was saved by a quick whistle. Ortel takes the draw for the Evergreens in their defensive end. I mean, we're only halfway through this afternoon's hockey game. Middle of the second period, still another period to go, but the Evergreens need something positive to happen. Need to get a little momentum going their way. Shot there, not clean, loose in front. Freshman goalie lunges out and it's off to the side. Again, carried in by Noah Gillette. Got to identify who the scoring threats are. Noah Gillette's definitely their leading kid. And the Evergreens defense just been slow to identify him when he has the puck. Bennell covers up, 8:06 to play in the period. New skaters on for both sides. Mutual of Wausau Insurance has been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Go online to mutualofwausau.com. One word, mutualofwausau.com. Find an agent near you. This faceoff comes to Bennell's left. Evergreens win the draw into the corner. The Evergreens sweep this out. This is going to be icing. And another offensive zone face-off for the Hilltoppers. Auto Select is on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue, Weston. Off the face-off, Bennell with another save. You know, Onalaska has outshot the Evergreens by a lot in this second period. McCaig is going to take the draw for the Evergreens. Wow, came out between the circles. Everest player takes down one of the Hilltopper players. No penalty here. We're playing through this. Onalaska sends it to the near side boards. Matthew Tillman is there. Evergreens send it for a ride, but unable to clear it. Hilltoppers again from the far side, centering back, wrist shot, loose in front, and now swept off to the side. It was Jackson Egan who put that on goal initially. Getting a little more physical now. A couple of times when we've seen players go down to the ice, be off their skates, but someone else kind of jumped on them, make sure they're not getting up. In fact, we've seen that a couple of times the last few trips down the ice. 7 minutes to go, second period. And the Evergreens still have the 0 up. So 10 goals the last time they played against a much easier Shawano team. Here's a centering pass, and Passano tried to get that over to the forehand side, then had it sticked away. Onalaska counterattacked. 2 back for the Evergreens in front. Save by Griffin Bunnell. It came off his pads in front, and Onalaska has scored again. Four 0 Hilltoppers. This one at 10:37 of the second period. And it's very quickly turning into a lost afternoon. Thomas Bryant gets his second goal. So Bryant has lit the lamp twice and has an assist. And 4-0 Onalaska. Yeah, Onalaska's done more when they've possessed the puck. And the Evergreens really have not generated enough scoring chances for themselves. And this will be icing. We'll come back down to the other end of the rink. Get Culligan Water for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water. Their website is CulliganH2O.com. CulliganH2O.com. Now off the face-off, Onalaska got that on goal. Yeah, the first period was more even, with Onalaska getting 2 goals. Onalaska has dominated this second period and has widened their lead. In fact, they've doubled up the lead, 4-0 now. Onalaska wins this draw. Shot on goal. A lot of traffic in front. That actually went off the Everest player. Went off Fogelberg. Onalaska still holds. Still a lot of traffic here. And the Evergreens come away with it. Fogelberg. Got to clear this zone. 2-on-2 if the Evergreens hurry. Thought the Evergreens may have been offside. No whistle. Ortel pushes forward. Tried to get that centered. Nobody home. I thought that player on the near side, I thought Friedel may have been offside, no whistle. The Evergreens are at the stage in this game where they need every break they can get. I mean, you thought there would be some positive things for the Evergreens going into tonight, and none of that's materialized. Onalaska has not gotten the best play in goal this season. And lo and behold, the sophomore, John Pogriba, is cooking on a shutout here late in the second period. Evergreens had Griffin Bunnell's save percentage right at 90%. And he's given up 4 goals so far. I mean, still the story of the night. Well, 2 things that just really stand out. Onalaska's the better stick handling team. I mean, Onalaska's better with the puck. Evergreen's hurt themselves with a turnover here. This is loose in front. Goalie lunges out and's got it covered up. Xavier May for the Evergreens was part of the traffic in front that his goalie had to fight through. 4:04 to play in the period. So yeah, Onalaska checks the box for the better stick handling team. And just again, the Evergreens have not had circumstances in this game so far. They've not had extended zones, not really put a lot of pressure on the net. Now, Pasno was trying to flick that forward to McCaig, and nothing came of it. Now we've got a whistle and another stoppage. When you join the team at Imperial Industries, you're joining a family. The leading manufacturer of welded tanks and silos and vacuum tanks and trucks. Apply today. Take advantage of an extensive benefits package, competitive pay, and a family atmosphere at Imperial Industries. Boy, getting very late in the second period. The Evergreens still have a 0. Evergreens tried to get that forward. It was in the skates of Passano. Evergreens still control. Shot blocker. Save. From behind the net. Back out in front. Shot there. Loose and lunging forward. And the shutout still good for Joshua Pogriba. 1, 2, 3 looks at the net. Still nothing for the Evergreens. Faceoff comes to Pogriba's left. Held in at the blue line. Now, Evergreens are trying to play that off the boards, and it goes over the plexiglass and into the bench. It's been that kind of afternoon. Yeah, when they post the second period stats, it's going to be ugly. Onalaska is going to have inserted all of their advantages in this second period. Back to the blue line. Around to the near side boards. Byler closes in on it, trying to get it centered. Onalaska takes it away. 2-on-2 with a 4-0 lead. Shot, stick save, gathered in loose, and Onalaska has scored again. Everest goalie Griffin Bonnell was trying to reach out and pull that puck towards him, and one of the Onalaska players got his stick on it and scored. 3 goals here in the second period, 5-0 Onalaska. Goals at 15:02 of the second period. Colin Como is the goal scorer. So this is just suddenly a lost afternoon for the Evergreens. One of the Onalaska players is down on his knees and is unable to get up. I think the puck may be in the back of the net here, but there was a whistle. No goal. And the injured Hilltopper is Gus Weiner. Gus having a little trouble getting over to the bench. 3:23 left in what's been an ugly second period for the Evergreens. They are calling a penalty on the Hilltoppers. Sawyer Mayer, 2-minute minor. And there was action in front of the net after the whistle. Penalty at 15:28. Two-minute roughing penalty. So the Evergreens, for the second time tonight, skate with a man advantage, and it's a team that just needs something good to happen. Passano, far side boards, overskated the puck. Back to the blue line. Evergreens hold it in. Shot. Went right off the handle of the stick and then high over the crossbar. Evergreens still hold the zone. Trailing 5-0. Xavier May. Cross ice. Into the corner, but Onalaska is solid on the back end. Under 2 minutes to play in the second period. Shot. Loose in front for a moment. The Evergreens didn't have anyone on mop-up duty. They hold it in. Again into the skates. Passano, far side boards. 1 minute left in the Everest power play. Evergreens play this back. Deflected. Shot there. Pad save and swept out all the way down the ice. 40 seconds left in the Evergreens power play and 1 minute to go in the period. 2-0 at the end of one and 3 more goals for the Hilltoppers here. And Onalaska short-handed sends it behind the net. Under 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Here's Ottinger forward for the Evergreens. Yeah, this power play hasn't looked good either. 10 seconds left in the man advantage. Friedel circles back. Evergreens need to push the puck forward. Onside. Sticked away to the corner, and we're back to full strength. 30 seconds left in the period. Onalaska sends that forward. Chasing is Jackson Egan to the corner. 10 seconds left in the period. One final push up the ice at even strength for the Evergreens. The pass is too long for Braxton Byler, and that's where the period will end. Onalaska gets 2 goals from Thomas Bryant and 1 from Colin Como. They widen their lead. Turning into a rout at the second intermission. 5-0 Hilltoppers on Zaleski Sports.
Heartland Custom Homes is your local custom home builder for over 50 years right here in Plover. We are committed to making the process of constructing your dream home as engaging, efficient, and stress-free as possible. Our panelized construction is ideal for our central Wisconsin climate, and our expertise and workmanship give you the confidence to know that your home is in good hands. Stop in or schedule a meeting to talk about your vision and watch as your design takes shape before your eyes. You deserve the home of your dreams. Let Heartland Custom Homes bring yours to life.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
First things first with Midstate Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Midstate Technical College.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you.
This is Monogram, Plover, Wisconsin, feeding America. And these are the people who work here, proud of their jobs and the products they make.
If I could describe Monogram in 3 words, I would say they're caring, dedicated, and very active. Being out on the floor, seeing management out there, helping the line workers and everyone, it makes a huge difference in the morale on the floor for everybody.
As an athlete, there's one constant that remains the most important aspect of your game: injury prevention. Roberts Physical Therapy now offers the Pineries Running Lab, your one-stop running center focusing on working with runners to prevent injuries and enhance your performance. From running exclusive sports like cross-country and track and field to running inclusive sports like football, basketball, baseball, and soccer, let Roberts Physical Therapy's Pineries Running Lab meet you at the track, your home, or the field and help you prevent injury and keep on running. Call Roberts Physical Therapy with locations in Amherst, Plainfield, and Wisconsin Rapids.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
You're gonna.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Thank you for helping Abbey Bank become the most highly recommended community bank.
Thank you to all of our customers for helping us be successful.
Thank you for putting your trust in us.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for helping us support our communities.
We are grateful for customers like you.
Thank you to all of our customers. We hope to see you soon.
Welding is about strength. The strength of structures and components, fabrications used to support industries and communities everywhere. The creation of something greater than its separate parts. Welders are creative. Their skills set them apart from the crowd. Start with a problem, feel the heat, make the sparks, become the solution. Manufacturing moves the Midwest and the world. Study welding at North Central Technical College.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar.
At Auto Select, we have one goal: to be your choice for repair, service, and tires.
We know how important your vehicle is to you. That's why we put your needs first. Our employees are not just well trained to fix your vehicle, they're skilled in providing the very best in customer service and exceeding expectations. Get the trusted service you deserve, as well as free loaner vehicles, 3% Auto Select rewards, and a nationwide warranty at our 11 convenient locations.
At Auto Select, you're good to go. At Auto Select, we have one goal.
We've resurfaced the ice, and the second intermission is coming to a close. I'm Chris Conley. Not the score or the result the Evergreens were looking for so far. They trail Onalaska 5-0. I had said before we came to the intermission that I thought the stats in the second period would be ugly. Well, you know what? Both goalies made 12 saves. Griffin Bonnell was beaten 3 more times in the period. Evergreen's been outshot for the game so far, 27-19. Everest is still 0 for 2 on the power play. Evergreens haven't committed any penalties, so all 5 of the Onalaska goals have come at 5-on-5 hockey. A victory today gives the Hilltoppers a happy bus ride home and puts them back above 500 for the season. And the Evergreens in danger of falling to 4-7. Hockey's brought to you by Nicolet Bank, offering personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Medford, Edgar, Merrill, and Colby. Learn more online at nicoletbank.com. Teams will be coming out onto the ice, getting onto their benches in just a moment. One of the tough things about hockey, again, I mean, hockey's a game of momentum and emotion. When you fall further and further behind in a game that you thought you were going to be competitive in, it's like the air comes out of the balloon. Like the Evergreens have to generate something positive for themselves, and it just becomes harder and harder as the game seems more and more out of reach. And you just think of how different things felt at the start of the second period. Now, we're about to start the start of the third period now. At the start of the second period, the Evergreens trailed 2-0, and we're going to begin the period with minute 6 seconds on power play. So you're thinking, gee, I mean, you're right back in this thing. If you could score a goal with the man advantage, make it 2-1, then you live on to fight for the equalizer, and none of that has happened. And the Evergreens give up 3 more goals in the second period and now trail 5-0. So, I mean, it's Everest. It's got to kind of try and flip the script. And even if it's not enough to come all the way back today, I mean, to come back today seems like a tall order, sure does. But you want something positive for the next time you take the ice. In the meanwhile time, the opposing goalie, Joshua Pogriba, 17 minutes away from a shutout. I bet he would feel sky high about that. Again, Onalaska, one of the weaknesses of this team, they've not gotten good play in goal, but they sure have today. And just part of that is that the Evergreens haven't been generating enough opportunities. There's big Joshua taking his place to the right. And again, he's a big kid, covers up a lot of the goal mouth just right there. All right, puck drops, third period's underway, and the Evergreens down by 5. Sometimes in the afternoon after we resurface the ice, the rink looks a little bit soupy right now. Evergreens in the defensive end. Pass ahead. Off the stick. I mean, we talked before, so many young kids on the Everest varsity roster. What's some of the areas that you'd like to see improvement in? You'd like to see the passing get better. Can the Evergreens string a couple of good passes together when they're trying to move the puck down the ice? They really haven't today. I mean, some of that may be rust. It's the Evergreens' first game of the new year. Haven't played in a week. Coming back the other way, wide. As Colin Como, who already has one goal, looking to build on the Onalaska lead. But the other is that you just need some of these players just to continue to develop their skill set. That if you're a freshman or sophomore and you're playing varsity hockey, well, I mean, some of that is just because the Evergreens don't have as many seniors. Evergreens hockey roster's been unbalanced for a couple of years. I mean, what would you love? You'd love to have a team of 8 or 9 seniors. Maybe 7 or 8 juniors who become seniors next year. And then the rest, well, you let underclassmen try to see what the announcement being made to the crowd is. It's the 50-50 raffle. All right, we'll tune that out. It doesn't concern us. But if you're a freshman or sophomore and you're playing varsity hockey here, there's a shot pad save from Ottinger, and the Evergreens have scored. They've finally broken through. On the rebound, the Evergreens get one of the goals back. Thomas Passano on the rebound. He's the goal scorer for the Evergreens. 1:55 in the third period, and there will be no shutout today. Ottinger gets the assist. Passano gets the goal. 5-1 now. Well, the long journey starts with a single step, right? Right. Just to complete the thought before. I mean, the freshmen and sophomores here, you want them to continue to develop their skills. I mean, if you can get 3 or 4 kids who come back next year who, hey, look, I'm a better passer. Hey, look, I'm a better stick handler. That sure does move the entire team forward. And, the Evergreens are going to have a lot of players back next year. And the issue really is going to be for next season, do these players come back and are they better? If the improvement happens, I mean, then, heck, the future's really bright. Everest player, kind of momentum carried him into the goalie and he's shoved from behind. None of that serious enough for anything. Evergreens will get an offensive zone face-off. We're sponsored by Stone Innovations. Their winter blitz sale, with a purchase of a new countertop, get a free installed stainless steel sink or 10% off the tile, backsplash, and labor. Check out discounts on flooring too. The winter blitz sale at Stone Innovations. Online at stoneinnovations.net. A lot of traffic in front. And hey, the Evergreens have scored again. That was put on by Cole Rest and I believe tipped in by Cole Van Slyke. Maybe John Friedel, maybe the 8 of Friedel instead of the 18 of Van Slyke. But now it's 5-2. .248 of the period. So the Evergreens have scored 2 quick goals. It is John Friedel's goal. Well, you know what? If the Evergreens score one more and score it quickly, then things become interesting. Yes? Yes. Everest player taken down. Play through it. Cross-ice pass. Passanel. He's going to get a look at the net here. Shot, stick, save. Boy, there it was. 2-on-1 the other way. Shot, save there by Griffin Bonnell. Got the pads down. So it was a 5-goal game, is now a 3-goal game. And big Thomas Passanel had a pretty good look. Passanel lost the lumber for a moment, and the Onalaska player overskated, got a penalty coming up. Onalaska player is down. Well, let's see. Penalty? Yes. I wondered if this was just an injury stoppage. It is not. Xavier May is coming off for the Evergreens. So for the first time, Onalaska is going to skate with a man advantage. 3:57 of the third period. A lot of time left in this one. Tripping, 2-minute minor. Wow, Onalaska doing a lot of work to hold the zone here. Shot saved by Griffin Bonnell. Pressure's now on the Evergreens freshman goalie. Got to make sure you don't give up one here. It's a penalty kill that the Evergreens really, really need. Onalaska's onside. Circles back, it's Noah Gillette. Elk Sergma wrestled him down. Going to call a penalty there? No, sir. Evergreens are lucky. They could be skating 5-on-3 here. Shot there, hit the pipe, and goes in. Onalaska gets a power play goal, 6-2. Hit the top crossbar, came down, and went in. So Onalaska answers to one of the goals back. 6-2, power play goal. That's Noah Gillette's second goal today. Unassisted, 4:31. And for those of you who dream big and thought of comeback possibilities, it looks like that candle has been snuffed out. For the best in recreational or hunting properties in Wisconsin, call Brian Resch with Whitetail Properties. Share your goals. Brian can tell you where and how to make them a reality. Call 715-213-4468. 715-213-4468 for Whitetail Properties. So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey for 11 and a half minutes remaining in this afternoon's game. Wraparound chance. Bonnell got the stick down on the far side post. Gillette, who's now got 2 goals, so he's on the ice for hat trick possibilities. The Evergreens get it out, get it down the ice. Icing. And the Evergreens get new skaters on. We thank our Zaleski Sports Game Day sponsors, Era Pancakes, Merrill Iron and Steel, and Jamie Schley, American Family Insurance. For DC Everest fans, our next Everest game broadcast is Tuesday. Evergreens basketball, the boys are playing at the field house just across the hallway against Chippewa Falls. 7:15, and it'll be right here on Zaleski Sports. Everest boys picked up their 8th win of the season last night. Then I know on my schedule, on Thursday, I got to drive down to Stevens Point. I've got a Pacelli boys basketball game. Looking forward to that. Pacelli's always a great host. And then we have another Everest boys basketball game next week on Friday. Evergreens will be back in conference against Merrill. And our Zaleski Sports cameras and microphones will be there for that too. Physical along the near side boards, fighting for this puck at the 10.5-minute mark. Ottinger comes away with it. Well, the Evergreens got 2 goals just about a minute apart. So got within 5-2 and trailing 6-2 now. Onalaska 1 for 1 on the power play today. Evergreens 0 for 2 when they've skated with a man advantage. Saved there by Griffin Bonnell. Yeah, Onalaska today I think got improved play in goal, so that's good, even though there'll be no shutout today for Joshua Pogriba. That's always got to be a tough decision. When you have a couple of underclassmen goalies and the kid who started for you last year, you go with somebody else this year, and that's what Onalaska has done. And they still, between them, make only 85% of their saves, so that's a low number for high school hockey, but you've just gone in a different direction, and I see that because Joshua is such a big kid. Penalty here against Onalaska. Noah Gillette comes off. This is the second time that Gillette has headed for the penalty suite. .747 of the third period. Two minutes slashing. Evergreens hold into the blue line, shot, traffic, and a stick save. So for Gillette, who already has 2 goals, tougher to get your hat trick when you've got to sit out the 2 minutes. Evergreens in front, and that's another save. Sergma got that on goal. Evergreens denied. Still hold the zone. Here's Ottinger near side boards. Ottinger skates in. There's traffic in front, and saved and held by Joshua Pogriba. Offensive zone face-off will be taken by Adam McCaig. And Onalaska clears it down the ice. 1:10 and counting down in the man advantage. So if the Evergreens don't score, if Onalaska is successful on this penalty kill, there'll be 7 minutes left in regulation. And Onalaska, short-handed, holds the puck and sends it to the corner. So more time is a-wastin'. Yeah, this power play right now does not look good. Again, we said this earlier. The Evergreens need to become a better passing team. Short-handed, Onalaska gets a shorty. You know what? The power play looked so disorganized that was in danger of happening. And there it is. It did. That's a pretty pumped up Colin Como, who has his second goal of the day. At 9:36, 7-2. Onalaska in this period adds a power play goal and now a short-handed goal. 10 seconds left on the Everest power play. And we're back to even strength for the final 7 minutes of hockey this afternoon. 7-2 was the score of the JV game earlier at the Greenheck Fieldhouse. That went Everest's way. Penalty coming up on the Evergreens. Frustration here. Kenton Ottinger is going off. Keaton Ottinger. I know his family likes it when we mispronounce his name when it's a penalty. We'll get it right when it's a goal, right? 2-minute minor. Roughing. At 9:51 of the third period. So the Evergreens got a look there at the goal shorthanded. Onalaska's 1 for 1 on the power play. Evergreens 0 for 3. And in addition to the 0 for 3, the Evergreens, the last goal scored in the game, shorthanded, while the Evergreens had a man advantage. Minute 15 left in the penalty kill, and 6:15 left in today's game. Beg your pardon here. It is the Evergreens skating with a man advantage. And a short-handed look at us. No, a save. Wow. No, sir. It's in. It's in. You know, a couple of things here. The Evergreens now have Zachary May in goal. So that's Zachary May in goal. Onalaska scored a second short-handed goal today. Short-handed. And it's 8-2. And that's Colin Como, who has the 2 shorthanded goals and now has a hat trick. Goal coming at 11:16 of the period, 8-2. So Colin's got a hat trick. And the Evergreens will go down 8-2 for the final 5 minutes. So Keaton Ottinger is in everyone's good graces, and Sebastian Smith is the one who's serving out the 2-minute minor. Yeah, that's the other freshman, Zachary May, now in goal. And the Hilltoppers pick up the puck. You know what? Penalty coming up here. Chase Burnett will go to the box. Let's double check and make sure that this is a 2-minute minor and not a hit from behind. If so, Chase would be watching and the Evergreens would be shorthanded for the remainder of the game. Nope, goes up immediately as a 2-minute minor against Chase Burnett. At 12:41 of the third period. So we are late now. And the other freshman makes the save. And another save there too. Down low is Zachary May. If the Evergreens can indeed kill this off, there'll be just 2 minutes of hockey left before Onalaska claims their victory and heads for the happy ride home. And Onalaska, despite being a pretty big school district, and this is a co-op team, so they get some kids from lacrosse. Evergreens with a short-handed opportunity, just wide. Noah Stahoviak got a look at the net there. You know, Onalaska doesn't have any media coverage for their hockey. So maybe there are some Hilltoppers fans who I think have been enjoying the Zaleski sports coverage. A lot of positive things for Onalaska here as they wash the bad taste out of their mouths from a loss late in 2023 to Wisconsin Rapids. From long range, that's on goal. .30 seconds left in the Everest penalty kill. And we've got a whistle and a stoppage. And a late penalty's been called. Sebastian Smith goes off. .15:20 of the third period, so we are late. We're going to skate 4-on-4 for 21 seconds. Then the Evergreens will have a man advantage for the closing minutes of today's game. Shot, hit the post, and goes in. Onalaska's lead grows. It's 9-2. A 4-on-4 goal for the Hilltoppers. You could hear it from up here. Hit the post and went in. Jackson Egan scores the goal. All right, and now the Evergreens are back at full strength. 2:15 to go. In front, there's a save, a lot of traffic. So that's 2 saves now made by Zachary May. May's allowed 2 goals since coming in. 2 minutes to go. Evergreens skating with a man advantage in front. There's a big save. John Friedel was looking for his second goal. Denied by Joshua Pogriba. Passanow here tries to split defenders, loose in front for a rebound score for the Evergreens. That's Adam McCaig, the freshman. So we've got a football score now, 9-3. Goals have been coming free and easy here in the third period. We've had 7 goals scored in the third period. Passanow gets the assist on the McCaig goal, 9-3. Bottom line is, though, the Evergreens are going to drift 3 games below 500. And, the game became a little more freewheeling, a little more wide open when the Evergreens were down a lot. Onalaska had a 5-0 lead. There's 1 minute to go. Evergreens with another rush. Braxton Byler. Byler's taken down. Play on through it. Chippy in the final minutes. Byler scores. Let's make sure that is indeed his goal. Aiden Haupt also came over and was congratulated by the bench. So this may be Aiden's goal. Yeah, it is. Congratulations to Aiden Haupt. Final 10 seconds. And that's going to do it. Onalaska wins this afternoon, 9-4. Evergreen scored all 4 goals in the third period. Problem is that Onalaska scored 4 times 2. 9-4 is the final. The Evergreens goal scorers, Thomas Passanow, John Friedel, Adam McCaig, and Aiden Haupt. Joshua Pogiba had been working on a 2-period shutout before the Evergreens finally broke through at 1:55 in the early stages of the third period. Again, 9-4 is the final score here. We'll go down to ice level, and we'll talk with Everest coach Dan Van Slyke to wrap up our coverage today. The Nasonville Dairy postgame show is next. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your curds at Nasonville Dairy, Marshfield, Curtis, or online, nasonvilledairy.com.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility. And our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time to plant 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So.
Onalaska beats DC Everest 9-4 after a wild third period, but the Evergreens were down 5-0 and dug themselves just too big a hole. We're talking with Coach Dan Van Slyke. Coach, what's some of the things that you're disappointed about or want to see turned around?
Yeah, we turned over the puck quite a bit today. We played a lot of time in our defensive zone, couldn't get pucks out when we needed to. And again, we're a young team. We're going to go through our ups and downs, but we got to take control over the things that we're capable of doing. We just didn't do it tonight.
We talk about this a lot after losses, that when you got a lot of freshmen and sophomores that see a lot of ice time, the play is going to be inconsistent, and it seemed like that was the case today.
No doubt. It was up and down, and we're still trying to get all those kids acclimated to varsity hockey, and it showed their age today.
Yeah, we talked a little about this during the broadcast. Younger underclassmen are going to get better when they become juniors and seniors, and I thought one of the differences here, Onalaska looked like a better passing, better puck-handling team, and if some of our kids develop those skills between now and when they become seniors, our team looks a lot different.
Absolutely. Credit Onalaska. They moved their feet really well. They passed the puck. They shot the puck really well. And they were in control of the game for the most part. And so we got to learn from it, watch video, and see what we can take away from this and see if we can improve by next Tuesday.
Well, there will be wins in 2023, and we'll look forward to seeing them too. Coach, thanks a lot for coming over.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, final score tonight. Onalaska gets the happy 3-hour bus ride home. They've defeated DC Everest here at the Greenheck Fieldhouse 9-4. First hockey for both of these teams in 2023. It's going to wrap up our hockey coverage this afternoon on Zaleski Sports. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Conley.